faith should be your down payment towards your future.
Oh, faith should be your down payment for your future. Wow, that's a bar.
So what I mean by that, you have to have faith. If you believe in God, you have to have faith. You have to have faith that you will overcome whatever you're going through to get where you need to be. Just believe in it. Believing in yourself. That's the most important thing. You have to believe in yourself.
Good people, what's up? What's good? We are back for another edition of 3 Milli Podcast, Season 2, new setup. We got my man Manny Beasley in the building, bro. Man, thank you so much for pulling up. This discussion is going to be great. Clothing line, Street League Apparel, he's killing it. Manny, man, thank you so much for coming, bro. It's been a long time coming. You've been patient. Let's get it, bro.
Yes,
so,
how
you feeling?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, bro.
Once again, thank you for having me.
Anytime, bro. If you guys don't know, he is a fan favorite at our Creative Overload series. He kills it every single time. His clothing line is amazing. It stands out. Manny, what inspired you, bro, to get started in the merch game?
Just love for fashion. So as a kid, I always have a niche for fashion. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. My grandmother used to, the Nike store used to be in Memphis, Tennessee. So
that's what's up.
Want to catch the latest release of shoes and fashion and things like that. So it just, over time, as I got older, branch out, see different things like Supreme, the hundreds. So I just start picking up on those type of things and building my own platform and brand.
That's hard, bro. Memphis, man, just describe how that environment, inspired you starting out.
It was a tough environment like any other environment. If I would have stayed, I probably would have been a product of my environment.
Okay.
But I feel like that environment shaped me, who I am today.
Yeah.
It made me who I am.
I feel that. Atlanta, bro. We grew up together. Yeah. Santa Cruz High School, man. Yes, bro. So just like describe that move, moving from Memphis to a brand new city. How was that?
I came to Atlanta 2020, I think 2008.
So you've been here for a minute now.
So a minute. Yeah. Atlanta, my second home.
Yeah.
Started playing football for Roswell Hornets.
Okay.
So I was up north.
Yeah.
And then I ventured off to down south my sophomore year.
Got you.
So Santa Cruz. So it was a big transition, moving from the north side to the south side. Yeah. A lot of things were different.
Yeah.
So I didn't play sports then when I moved to the south side. I should have played, but live and learn.
It's all good. You didn't miss out on much, bro. I promise you. Street League Apparel, man. Again, with the brand, the concept, I love it. Who it speaks for, whole thing. How did that whole idea get started with Street League? What sparked that interest?
Street League, me and my friends, just seeing other people with brands out here in Atlanta. Yeah. So I just wanted to tap in and just venture out to that.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. That's dope. So for somebody who's trying to start a clothing line, as you know, there's so many people who's trying to start one. How do you stand out? Because right now everybody's trying to do it.
I stand out by like the content and being more hands-on, face-to-face with people. Yeah. Telling the story about who is Street League Apparel. And let's go back to the content. I feel like my content can't be at an all-time high, but it's at an all-time high right now. Yeah. So the content and just the message about the brand and who we stand for.
Yeah, I love that, bro. I saw on your page you had a quote of the day. It was about people who actually take action. And I felt that because nowadays everybody talks about doing something, but few people execute. And you always talk about executing. How do you stay just razor sharp focus on actually getting the job done? So first having a concept, but not only having a concept, but then realizing, I can actually do this. So how do you execute?
Vision board. I'm big on vision, putting things, reminding myself in the mirror every day. Like,
facts.
This is what you got to do. This is how you do it. And just business plan. When you have a plan, you execute it, everything fall in place. Yeah. So just staying organized and having a plan, I would tell the next person.
Dang, having a plan. How important is it to have a plan? Because some people might start a business with no business plan. People see entrepreneurs on social media with the cars, the clothes, the women, all that stuff. But it takes having a plan. So how do you construct that plan for your business?
I start from the jump. What we need, the message, the mission statement of the brand.
I feel that.
And like who are we targeting? Things in that nature.
I feel that. Creative Overload, man, again, when we have our events and everybody is going to come back real soon. New location too, but we'll announce all that soon. But Manny, you've been on board since day one, again, where we have artists come, vendors who come, And your table, it always stands out. It's people who always got to get a shirt. As y'all see, I'm rocking one right now. Everybody love it. Always got to show love. Yes, sir. Black-owned business, too. What do you love, man, the most about setting up at a table, seeing people when they come up, when you talk to them, describe the brand? What do you love the most about that experience?
Seeing a smile on people's face. If any, if they have advice on how can they tap in or get into the clothing brand, I'd be willing to help them.
Yeah.
So just seeing a smile on people's faces and just taking a couple of minutes, soaking it all in.
I feel that. Man, content as well. Manny, we've had talks about content, making content. And one thing I absolutely love is seeing a page that can make something that's like high quality. And you're more than just a clothing line. You got dope content. You got dope intros, background music, all that good stuff. How'd you get started, man, when it comes to just creating nice content on the page?
YouTube
University.
YouTube University.
Yes.
Just taught myself, once I started the brand, just taught myself, just eliminate certain things and try to do it yourself. I feel like people get used to trying to hire somebody to do it and you not taking the time to learn it. So I took the time to learn graphics design, After Effects, Photoshop. I wasn't the best when I first started, but after, you know
what he talking about. Yeah, you know the apps.
I know the apps, the ins and outs. So just taking the time to learn it.
Yeah.
Putting myself on a schedule of putting like 5 to 6 hours, 8 hours a day, learning new things.
Man, you said something so important, putting in the time, not giving up. How'd you stay motivated during those moments of, dang, it's been 6 hours, I'm frustrated, I don't know how to do this, how to get point A to point B, but how did you stay in it and staying focused overall?
Just, life throw curveballs, so
that's real.
I try to just keep it positive and just head on the swivel and just keep it moving, because I can't, if I'm going through life situations in my business, I can't let the business fall. I got to keep it going regardless of what I'm going through.
Jeez. How do we separate business from personal sometimes? Because I don't think people understand fully. Like, you're running a very great business, successful. You've been doing pop-ups all week, and you could be going through something behind closed doors. So how do you keep pushing that and then separate that personal from that business? Because, I mean, when you did a pop-up 2 nights ago, you could have been in a bad mood, but you still got to pop up. You still got to talk to people, network, talk about your business, smile, all those good things. So how do you do that?
The extra motivation, my affirmations I got in my walls, just repeating it to myself every day, no matter what you're going through. Just keep it going. Like I had a pop-up shop in Chattanooga. It was a 2 hour
earlier this
drive.
week, right? Man, salute to you, bro.
13th, drove 2 hours to Chattanooga. Met a lot of different people. It was a diverse crowd. So I was new to that type of crowd.
I feel that.
Kids gravitate towards the brand. So I just try to just keep it moving, keep it going, keep it rolling, because whatever you go through, you got to just keep it moving.
You got to keep moving. Affirmations. I know that you love Nip, you love Blast, bro. What impact has Nip had on that mindset as a businessman when it comes to how to move, having confidence, all that good stuff?
Ownership. Ownership.
That's real.
And just keeping it real with yourself and people around you.
Yeah.
Because if you build a team, everything flows.
I feel that.
And teaching people around you, inspiring other people, because if people see you doing it, it's not impossible to do it. You can do it.
So who have you seen when it comes to creating a clothing line, having merch? Who inspired you?
Like some of the bigger brands like Supreme, the Hundreds, but locally, who I seen, it's not so much with the brand, but music. My friend JB, his brother Shaq from the 3, when he got signed to Rowdy Records.
Shout out to Shaq from the 3 as well.
He got signed to Rowdy Records.
Wow.
And they, he had his music video on YouTube, World Star. So seeing things like that, seeing him take the initiative to do something great. Yeah. And just local people around me, from friends from high school, starting a business. You, for example.
Appreciate that.
Just a lot of people.
Ownership. How does that feel waking up in the morning? It's like, I got my own clothing line. I got my own business. How does that feel for you?
It feels good, life of an entrepreneur, but it's a tough journey. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a tough journey. It's my first journey as an entrepreneur. So I'm just I'm still learning as I go. So I can't dwell on the past. Just keep moving, learn as you grow.
That's it, bro. From this journey of being a young entrepreneur, what has been the hardest trial that you probably had to overcome so far?
The hardest trial overcoming when I started the brand, it was building capital for my brand. I'm going to be honest. Building capital. So just just saving and having a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what I need to do with this funds and that fund. That's why I feel like people tend to separate the business and personal. Like, your business fund is not for you; it's for the business.
That's right.
So I had to learn that.
Yeah. Discipline, man. How do you develop discipline? Because I think so many entrepreneurs, again, man, social media is dangerous, bro. It is. We'll see folks driving around with the cars, the women, the clothes, private jets now. So how do you stay cool and just realize, man, it's bigger than me just trying to have this fun moment. I'm thinking at the long game. How do you do that? All money in mindset.
Yeah, right. All money in. It's bigger than me. The brand is bigger than me. I have little ones looking up to me, my cousins, my nephews. So just trying to put everyone in a position to get their own. So I feel like I'm the one my family depend on. So
that's right.
As you can say, I'm the star of the family. So I got to put on for the family.
That's real. Putting on for the family. So every morning, what drives you? What drives you to keep doing what you love every single day? What drives that?
Knowing people out here that I see face to face that actually look up to me. They tell me personally. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah. Bro, I've seen it, man, firsthand. Again, y'all, at the Creative Overload. Man, he's killing it every single time, bro. And, man, seeing you show up day in, day out, doing multiple pop-ups this week, seeing people that you saw from previous events in different states, grinding. During those drives, like, how are you feeling when you're driving 4+ hours for a pop-up shop? How does that feel?
It feels good. You know, I'm listening to Blast on the way.
I feel it. I feel it.
Listening to my Cali music on the way and getting in the mindset. The brand is bigger than you. You gotta push the brand a little more, get it to different type of crowds.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Atlanta right now.
That's right.
So just getting into a diverse crowd and just being motivated.
That's huge, man, because most people, they can say, yo, I made it and I'm already in Atlanta, so I don't need any other markets. But you actually chose to go to somewhere like Tennessee and try out a different market. So what inspires that mindset to experiment when it comes to markets? Because you can go from an all-black market to a market that can be non-black. So how do you feel comfortable with trying out different markets as well?
Just it's more than just marketing online. I feel like once you start with the brand, you got to be more hands-on, face-to-face with people, telling people what this brand about. And like the message for the brand, and they see the work in person.
I feel that.
So I try to just venture offline a little more and more in person. Right now.
I feel that. How do you build a brand? Because I think everybody says, I have a brand, I'm a brand now, but people don't have content like what you have. People don't have a colorway, a color scheme, a brand message. So how do you build a brand from point A to point B? How do you build that?
I'll be coming out with an e-course about that soon.
Let's do it.
I will. So stay tuned. I have an e-course about how to build a brand, the ins and outs, some of the sauce I can give you guys on how to build a brand and the contents. Yeah,
that's it. E-course too. I mean, that's a different mindset.
Yeah.
Some people trying to hop on that, but
I picked it up off Him 500.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Him
huge.
500.
Yeah.
I took the 5-day training class.
Oh, you did? That's what's up. All right.
So I learned
RPX.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Manny, man. You learning.
So I'm just picking up some of the things he taught me.
Yeah.
And just using it. It's worked for him.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Him 500, he's been on Earn Your Leisure, a lot of platforms. Credit guy, real smart, very intelligent. So when it comes to credit, having a business, and, you know, me and Sid, we've experienced this as well. One of the biggest problems is finding access to capital, and credit is a big one. So, you know, if you can, what did you learn from that 5-day experience?
Having your personal credit right. I started off 18, having my own personal credit.
That's right.
Just building it. Just trying not to damage my credit because I knew in the long run I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
And business lenders, as far as like having trade lines, finding lenders such as Quell. Like for instance, Quell sell like computer network things like that. So you buy something off their website and they give you net 30, which is 30 days to pay it back.
Take notes, y'all. Take notes. Keep going, Betty. I'm listening.
It's 30 days to pay it back. And they get you a business line of credit, which when you go in the bank, they see you that.
Leverage it.
Trade, leverage.
Yeah, dang. So how does that feel, man, knowing that, you know, you're starting to learn more about credit, capital with business? How does that feel, learning more?
It feels good because I wasn't always a learner, you know, but as I got older, you had to learn to grow more. So that's what I taught myself. And Credit is good. Yeah. Credit is leverage.
It's a tool.
It is a tool if you use it the right way.
Yes, sir. Speaking, man, on learning, do you feel like in schools that we should start teaching about how to build a clothing line? Because now it's a lot of kids who are true creatives who want to get into graphic design, or if you want to get into printing, if you want to get into just creating a content for the brand. Like, should we start having school curriculum based on creating a clothing line, which can lead to having a very profitable business? How do you feel about that?
I feel as it would be dope. It would be a good venture to put in schools. Yeah. Because certain kids might not want to learn the basic of school studies.
Yeah.
So definitely like building a like you said, a clothing line course and teaching them in school is something that'll be good.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you feel like the clothing line space is somewhat crowded, or do you think now it's just people have more access to a printer, merch developer, or do you just feel like the space is just overall too crowded right now? How do you feel
I feel as people have more access to the printer, the heat presser, and things like that. But I don't fault nobody who want to start their clothing brand. So, but I feel like there are a lot of brands out there. Yeah. But you got to stand out.
How do you stand out overall?
The message for my brand, Street League Apparel, is a brand that encourages people to live the life of their dreams according to their vision. We target the car community, but anybody who simply just loves streetwear and wants to elevate. Yeah. So that's who we want to represent our brand.
I love that. Car community, that's big, man.
Yeah, I had a couple car.
Tell me about that.
Car meets. I was at a couple car meets.
Yeah.
For the past 2 days. Yeah. Set up shop. Yeah. So it went well. Okay. It went really great.
Yeah. Speaking, man, on cars, everybody knows where you pull up in the white Charlie, killing the game.
No SRT, but it's a Hemi.
I love it, bro. So how has cars, or your love of cars, influenced that creativity towards creating like a t-shirt line concept?
I started off, when I first got my car, I started off doing basic Challenger cars.
That's dope.
So that's where it started when I first got my car.
Got you.
So that's where I got the inspiration from.
From day one, man.
Yeah.
So, man, when you do a pop-up, when you got cars pulling up, doing burnouts, how's that whole environment of doing a pop-up at the same time, talking to people? What's that environment like? Does it seem like it's a lot going on?
It is a lot going on. It was good. I feel like I found my niche as far as targeting the car community. Yeah. But just a good environment. People see you set up shop. And once it's cool to support you, more people start supporting you. They see more people at your table. Man. So that's what I experienced over these past few days. And I'm meeting people that I never thought I met before.
Yeah. Meeting new people, finding a niche. Niche is a key word, man, because I think so many people don't understand. Like, you have to have a set community. Having a lot of followers is cool, but having a niche is even better. Because, man, that's like having a tribe. How do we start finding who our niche audience is when we first start on social media? Because everybody starts with 0 followers. So how do we start, finding out that person's probably part of my tribe? How do you start finding that?
Just having a set goal, mission statement, and okay, this is my target audience. These are the people that I need to start targeting. So just having set goals to find your niche.
Yeah, I feel that.
It took me a minute to find my niche. So
talk about that.
I wasn't the best at finding trying to hit my niche on point. So it took me like a couple months to find my niche. Okay. But I eventually did.
Yeah. When you finally found that niche, who was that target group? And then 2, how did that feel when you finally found it? Because like you said, it took a minute.
The car community.
That's it.
So
that's it.
It took me. What can I say?
Oh, you good?
I'm good, y'all.
Yeah. We cooking. You good?
It took me enough courage to step out and go to the car meets and things like that.
Got you. Having the courage too. Sometimes people who are super creative can be to themselves. I have days where I'm just in the crib, just chilling. So for people who could be shy, some people who could just be socially awkward too, and they can have a great business concept, a great business idea. How do we step out of our own shells and stop overthinking and just introduce ourselves to people, show off what we've been working on so far? How do we step out of those shells somewhat?
Just do it. Stop living in fear. One thing that I overcame by fear is jumping out of a plane. So that
literally, huh?
Yeah. Literally.
Okay, that's dope.
Just stop living in fear, because when you live in fear, you're never gonna do it. So you might as well do it now.
Jumping out of a plane, man. That sounds like somebody who's willing to take a risk, try something new, stepping out of your comfort zone. What was that like, jumping out of a plane?
It was good. When I first pulled up, The plane? Oh, it was great. I was something I wanted to do.
That's dope.
Like for my 23rd birthday. Okay. So me and my brother, shout out to Brandon, we was ready to do it.
Yeah, that's dope.
We was happy.
Yeah.
But it gets real once you in the air and that door opens.
You got to jump.
You got to jump.
Yeah.
There's no turning back.
That's
you
real.
Wasting your money if you turn back.
You already made it too far.
But definitely a life experience I tell others to enjoy.
Man, I think that parallels life, right? Because you already said, I already made it this far. So it's like, for people who are young business owners or young creatives, I already made it this far. And it's like, I feel like quitting, but we came so far. How do we push just a little bit further in those times of having self-doubt or feeling like I made it far, but at the same time, I don't see that finish line anywhere. So how do we just push forward?
Turning your negatives into a positive. So everything negative you speak of, try to turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
And just keep positive thoughts in your mind. Do your affirmations if you believe in affirmations.
Yeah.
So just turn the negative into a positive.
Affirmations, man. Speaking on that point again, earlier we spoke about Nip with that, but as well, I saw Gabe. He took a dope picture at our last Creative Overload, and I saw on your sign, man, affirmations right there, being legendary. Like, where does that inspiration come from to not only be great, but be a legend in the game? What inspires that for you every single day?
Knowing I have people and little ones depend on me.
That's it.
So
That's it. So far, man, how do you feel about Street Legal Apparel? When you see people wearing your merch, when you see people posting about it, tagging you, because, man, again, I just think it's so impressive just, being at events, seeing people at your table, seeing people rock it at the next event, just to show you, hey, Manny, I bought this from you.
I love it. I love it. It feels great. I do love it. From the support from you and others supporting it, it's bigger than me. So I got to continue to push it. Get it out there a little more. Get it global.
I feel that. And I know, again, you got the e-course coming out, so you can't give out too many gems, just a little bit for you if you could. But, man, for people who's trying to start a brand, a clothing line from day one, what's the first thing that they should probably do?
Have a message. Have a message and a nice logo.
That's it, message and a logo, man. Speak on the importance of a brand message. Logo as well, if you can, because I know some people struggle with finding a logo, a person who can make one. So how important is that?
I would say if you want to find a logo, hold a contest for designers. So once you do a contest for designers, just pick one out of the designers.
Yeah. Resourcefulness, bro. So
I got that from him 500.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Learning, man. Learning. For somebody who does have a business, how important is it each day to continue to learn? Because, man, sometimes human nature, you can get the big head, feel like I don't need to learn from anybody. So how do you stay humble and say, man, I can learn from this person, I can learn from that person?
I haven't made it yet, so I try to stay a student of the game. But
I feel that
in order to grow, you got to learn.
Yeah,
you got to learn every day something new. So I try to create something new every day with Street Legal Apparel. If it's content, new designs, redesigning the site, engaging with my followers.
I feel that.
So
engaging with the followers, man. Me and Sid, we talk about that all the time, because you'll see some people, they'll have like 40K followers or 50K fake followers. Then one comment, no engagement. So then it's like, all right, you clearly have fake followers. How important, man, is it just to engage with the followers that you do have? Because I feel like, sometimes human nature, we can be like, well, I don't have 1 million followers, so I don't feel like engaging yet. But some people, such as yourself, you've been doing it since day one. So how important is it to just bootstrap and talk to the people that's already supporting you from day one?
It's very important. When I started off with 0 followers to 500 now, everybody who followed me, I would message them, thank you for taking the time to follow. Please stay up to date with giveaways, new releases, and things like that. I feel like the little things make a difference.
That's it.
And those messages make a difference to the new people who follow me.
I feel that. Giveaways, man. You do plenty of giveaways. You give back to the homeless. That's huge, bro. How does that feel, just giving back sometimes, and especially for like back to school drives, giving back to the homeless?
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy. Yeah, see, you've been doing it so much you forgot.
Back to school drives.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It felt good doing the back to school drive, seeing those kids and their faces. I actually gave a couple shirts to some of the kids to rock at school.
That's what's up.
So shout out to Don. He's a cell phone repair guy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
For Case It Break It, and we partnered together.
Wow.
To do the back to school drive. We gave away about 50 backpacks.
That's crazy.
We that was our first back to school drive.
Wow.
So it was a blessing.
Wow. giving back to the people, man. You can be selfish, you can keep it to yourself, but instead, you decided to give back, man. That's huge. Partnering, you spoke about Don as well. That's so important, collaborating. How do you feel about when it comes to having to partner? Because sometimes some people compete, but you decide to collab with fellow creatives. So what, inspires that whole thought process instead of going against other people?
I love competition. I'm not afraid of competition, but I feel as if we both starting from the bottom, it's good to build.
Yeah.
It's good to build.
Yeah.
So trying to build with others, what they say, your network is your network.
That's it. So speaking on collabing as well, do you feel like being in Atlanta, is it somewhat easier to collab with other creatives, or do you feel like it's kind of harder now because there's so many people? How do you feel about it?
It's easier now.
Yeah.
It's easier. Atlanta is the Black Hollywood, new Black Hollywood.
That's real.
So
yeah.
It's definitely easier.
Yeah.
Anybody who doing music,
Yeah.
producer, videography, photography, Atlanta is a place where you guys need to be.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Or at least visit.
Yeah.
To create with others.
And connect, man. That's it. Bro, you have great designs. It caught my eye, man, because I remember, I think the first Creative Overload, when I saw it, I was like, Manny, I got to get a shirt, bro. This was crazy with the alien, everything. How do you conceptualize things when it comes to knowing what to put on the shirt, the colorway? Because that's a lot of work. Because, man, when I saw the shirt, I'm like, bro, this level of detail is crazy. So what's that whole creative process like from step one all the way through?
I try to sketch it out and then conversate with my team. If it's my close brother JB, my graphic designer, just try to sketch it out, and then just he'll draw it up from scratch.
That's crazy. So having somebody on your team, how'd you create that team aspect of?
The people on my team now are the people I personally know.
Yeah. From
Omar, JB, Lee. Just modeling the brand and just connecting with others. Yeah,
that's it. What do you love the most about having people that you grew up with on your team? Because I think, man, that's so special when it comes to chemistry, knowing each other, even, holding each other accountable as well. So what's that whole dynamic like?
Just working with like-minded individuals. We all got one goal.
Yeah.
I know certain people trying to be models, certain people want to be seen.
Yeah.
Or do the content.
Yeah.
So we just working as a unit.
Yeah. Models as well. So how do you find models? Because I've always wondered that. Because I'm like, man, that's dope. How you have like different people rocking the shirt. So how do you find models?
I try to be more diverse. So I reach out Instagram. I know a couple models personally.
Yeah.
So just engaging with people on Instagram and social media.
Yeah, that's the common word that you've been mentioning every single time, and I love that engagement. So when it comes to trying to find a model, a videographer, photographer, how do you even word that? Because I think sometimes, we can start overthinking like, yo, I don't even know what to say. How do I say it? So how do you do it sometimes?
I offer a business proposal. Whether you want to get paid or not, I feel like we helping each other.
You know your worth. So, man, please speak on that too, of knowing who you are like as a young business owner, because you can either not feel confident or you can be very confident. And I mean, spending out a business proposal like that says a lot, because it's like, yo, I know who I am. So how do you stay confident in that?
I look at what I built and where I came from and how far I got to go.
That's it.
So I got to stay confident.
Yeah. So far, what has been that number one moment of being a young entrepreneur, business owner, Street League Apparel? What's been like that best, highest of the high moment so far throughout this whole journey?
Seeing other people wearing my brand and talk about it, tagging us, asking us when the next drop, what you got coming next. Yeah. So that definitely like plays a major effect. Yeah. It makes me feel a lot better.
I feel
that people engage in loving the brand itself.
Yeah. On the next drop. So when it comes to like calendars as well, I've always wondered this, man, because seeing what you guys do is truly amazing. Like, how do you even schedule, okay, I'm gonna drop this in the fall, in the spring? So are you working like months ahead? How's that?
As far as design, I try to create something new every day. So I know, and I get a lot of inventory on hand because you never know. So I try to space them out, doing by seasonal. So you got spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yeah. Got you. So for folks who are trying to create that clothing line, the next Street League, next Supreme, all that stuff, what are some of the challenges that you should probably expect starting out?
Just starting off, building from 0 to 0. You got to build a team and narrow down your niche, I would say.
Yeah, finding a team, man. Again, you spoke about working with people who you woke up with or grew up with, and man, finding a team is so hard because I struggle with that sometimes, trying to find like the right people, having them in place, because you can't do anything without having a great team. What are some of the initial steps to finding a good person on your team starting out?
Just finding like individuals who have the same mindset that you, who want to win, who got the will to win, who want to don't talk about it, be about it. So taking action. Yeah. I look for people who take action. Yeah. Because I'm an action taker.
Yeah. Action taker, man. Are you into books?
Yeah. I read the self-developed books.
I was going to ask.
One of my favorite books is The 50 Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent.
Got you.
So that's a good read. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yeah. John Maxwell, all his books about leadership. Yeah. Attitudes.
Love that.
I recently read the Rick Ross book.
Yeah. So I got to get into that.
The Boss Level.
Yeah.
So that was a good book. It's a lot of books. Phil Knight, The Shoe Dog. Yeah. It's about Nike. That's a good read. Yeah. I encourage anybody who likes to read books, because it talks about how Nike started from zero to
ground zero. That's
ground
it.
Zero.
The journey.
So, Shoe Dog is definitely an inspirational book. I would tell the next person to read who wants to start a brand.
I love that. Starting a brand, again, Nip, he has a big influence on you as well. The marathon. How important is it for us to embrace our own individual marathons when it comes to having a journey? Starting from zero, but then, gaining a following, engaging with folks. And then again, on social media, we see a finished product every single time, but we don't know what that person had to do to get to that point, what they went through behind closed doors. So how do you embrace your own marathon somewhat?
I try to not get too caught up and get a big head. So I try to remain humble. Yeah. And throughout anything I go through in life, try to remain humble. Yeah. And just keep it pushing. Yeah. That's knowing that if this don't work out, I got another way to get it. Yeah. I was trying to find ways to execute the main goal and not having a plan B.
I feel that.
Because I feel as if you have a plan B, your plan A won't work because you're so much focused on the plan B. Yeah. And the plan A is just here.
Sheesh,
and you're not taking action on the plan A. So
that's it. So having a plan A, not putting focus on the plan B, do you feel pressure from that somewhat of just only having a plan A?
Always pressure.
Got you.
Always pressure, but I try to tell myself every day the brand is bigger. It can go bigger. It can go to another level. Yeah. You just got to continue to put the work in.
That's it. So how would you say you can handle having, a pressure situation? Because some people fold under pressure. So how do you stay cool?
Keep my head on the swivel.
That's it.
Sink or swim. I'm at an age where it's sink or swim.
Yeah.
So
it can affect the rest of your life.
It can.
I feel that, man. Earlier, you were talking about Rick Ross, his book as well. Fayette County as well, seeing his house huge, beautiful. Shout out to Rose. What did you love the most about reading his book?
The hustle mentality. Having the will to just take action. Just take action.
That's it, bro. Taking action. So where do you see Street League going?
Global. I see Street League Apparel going global. Different, branching out to a diverse group. Yeah. All 50 states. And just.
That's it. So, man, how do you feel now from seeing all the growth that you've had? Because you started in 2019, right?
Correct.
So now it's almost been, 2 years?
2 years,
so yeah. What's been this whole ride?
It's been a journey. It's been a journey starting from zero, from making custom shirts about Dodge Challenger cars to an actual brand with a meaning and a message. Yeah. So we have major goals to get it in stores and things like that behind the scenes. Yeah. So it's definitely a journey that I'm continuing to embracing and moving forward with.
Most definitely, bro. So, man, speaking on starting out, having the shirts about cars, what was that transitionary period somewhat from going from the cars to now talking about having a brand message, having different designs? When did that whole shift occur somewhat for you?
Seeing other brands such as the Hundreds talk about the blueprint, and things it have to be bigger than you. Just the custom tee's not gonna get you that far.
You gotta do something even better.
You gotta do something even better. You gotta stand out. You gotta separate from the crowd.
Yeah,
I have to separate from the other brands out here.
I feel that. So, Manny, man, when did you feel like you started separating yourself from other brands? Was it when you first started, or was it towards the middle when that happened?
Towards in the middle when I'm as of now.
Yeah.
Showing face-to-face interaction with people, talking about the brand more, seeing other people wearing it. different states and things like that. And the content, once again, like we live in an age where content is at an all-time high now. People get paid off content. So man, I definitely feel like the content stands out.
I love that, bro, because, I mean, speaking on the content again, when you were talking about After Effects, having Photoshop, all those things, putting in 6-8 hours, content is where it's at. So for people who do have a clothing line, how important is it, man, just to keep working at that content, keep producing new content?
It's very important because you don't want anyone on your Instagram scrolling down and it's boring.
Yeah, that's real.
Not just saying harsh,
but that's real.
Just keeping them engaged. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
Like, this is cool.
Yeah, that's it. Bro, man, seeing you diversify on the page where you have a quote of the day, you have the After Effects, you got Blast in the background. Again, man, by the way, those quotes is hidden. So how do you feel, man, when you post powerful content that could be a quote that can, you know, inspire somebody's day, and it's not just talking about clothing lines? How does that feel?
It feels great because Street League Apparel is about your story. It's about your will to want to elevate. So I feel as if I post those quotes on a brand page, it would inspire somebody who's in the dark or who might be in the light, just looking for extra motivation.
You're going to give it to them.
Yeah.
That's it. Telling a story. How do you think you tell your story when it comes to Street League? How do you tell your story? How do you explain your story somewhat?
I explain it as Street League Apparel is a clothing line that encourages people to live their dreams based off their vision.
That's it. Having a vision, man. Seeing what you're doing again is so inspiring. You know, again, hearing you talk about the e-course, that's a dope concept. Giving back for people who are interested. How should they? I mean, you already talked about step 1, but you know, how do we do step 2 once we create that concept? How do we further execute on having that clothing line? How do we keep going?
You have to market it. Getting out here and taking the wheel to get people to know your brand. Like, this is the hottest thing right now.
Yeah.
Street League Apparel is the hottest thing. If you don't have Street League
Apparel,
keep
pushing it.
Keep pushing it.
Yeah, so. That's it. So do you feel like you can overpost, or do you not care and just, I'm going to keep posting it?
I try to keep posting, at least post something every day.
That's it.
Don't go out without posting.
Yeah.
I try to post twice a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes once a day, because I know social media can be a little heavy on people's minds and things, because people compare themselves to other people on social media. But I feel as you have to engage and post.
That's it.
If you really want your brand to, or just personal brand to stand out.
Yeah, that's it, man. Standing out, seeing you with the truckers, creating hats, creating more designs, crazy designs, all that stuff. How do you just keep staying creative? Because sometimes we can have a creative block where we get frustrated and it feels like those juices is just not flowing. So how do you stay creative?
I definitely had creative blocks. Just seeing other brands.
Yeah.
Seeing other brands get inspired by them.
Yeah.
So I try to create something new every day.
That's it. Besides Street League, what's your favorite brand right now that you're studying?
I like, shout out to Don Pierre.
Okay.
Don Pierre is a good brand in Atlanta.
That's dope.
It's like a luxury brand.
Okay.
But it's black owned.
Yeah.
But he definitely like got inspiration from it.
That's it. So when it comes to seeing a brand that a creative might like, somebody who has a clothing line that they might like, how do we reach out to that other brand and say, hey, I want to learn from you or get some game somewhat? How do you reach out?
I reach out on as far as like I'm a student of the game. Anything you willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
So I definitely like it's just having the will to just listen.
That's it.
Listen and execute.
Listen and execute. That's simple, man. So what are some good strategies to listen better and to also execute more effectively?
Listen to understand versus listening to respond.
Yeah.
I ain't the best at it, but I'm still learning.
Hey,
so
we are work in progress every day.
Yeah,
we're not
so
perfect.
Just listening to understand and listening not to respond.
Yeah, that's it.
So because sometimes everything you don't need to be saying nothing.
That's it. So Manny, if it was another young Manny who came up to you and said, "Yo, I want for you to show me the rope, show me the game," what would you say to him?
I got you. I got
that's
you.
It. That's
Are you willing to learn?
That's it. That's it. So what amount of work goes into it, man, when it comes to creating a clothing line, having a brand, having a message? Because, again, man, social media, everybody sees Street League, Manny. They see you at the events, at the pop-ups. around the cars and think, oh, it's so cool, but not knowing that you probably had to drive up there and get everything planned. So what goes into all the day-to-day stuff behind the scenes that we may not see all the time on social media?
The creatives, the headaches of the brand, like the legal paperwork, things like that. Gotcha. So having your business structure in order, that can play a part in creating something new.
Yeah, that's it.
Some of those things.
The paperwork, man. Can you speak on that? Because I don't think people understand how important that is. So, I mean, paperwork-wise, what goes into things like that?
That's why they say have a business plan. I feel as even if it's a clothing brand or any other brand you want to start, I feel as you have to have your paperwork in order. Because once you have it in order, everything else flows. Yeah. You could worry about the next move and the next thing. But once your business structure is good and up to date, everything will flow.
I feel it, man. I feel like when it comes to entrepreneurship that we evolve like every single week. It's a new challenge. It's a new accomplishment. How have you evolved as a businessman from Manny from day one all the way up to right now in this moment?
It was a learning journey for me because I wasn't always business savvy, so I had to learn it. Being around people who was in sales, teaching me things I didn't know about sales. So picking up the ins and outs on things, negotiating, and talking business savvy when it's time to talk business savvy. So things like that.
That's it. When you made that first transaction for Street League, what was that feeling like when you see somebody who actually bought your product? How was that for you?
It felt great. Like, okay, this is something to start or something.
Yeah, that's it. At the pop-ups, man, again, you always kill it. On the way back home, what's playing through your mind when you popped up somewhere and you had an amazing night? What's playing through your mind?
What's next?
What's next?
Or should I enjoy this moment?
That's what I was about to ask.
Should I enjoy this moment? But most likely I enjoy the moment.
Okay.
I enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And start living in the moment a little more.
Living in the moment.
And then worry about what's next.
How do we balance that, man? Because it's super hard and challenging, man, sometimes about thinking about what's next because it's always being on the hunt. But then at the same time, having balance of living in the moment. So how do you try to find that balance as well?
I'm still trying to find that balance.
Yeah, you're still trying to learn. I feel it.
Still trying to learn. But as far as like some of my experience, I try to just live for right now.
Yeah, that's it. Man, is it always work 24/7, or do you have a chance to go back to the crib, chill with your lady, or chill with your family, kick back, or is it just always work?
I make time for the people I want to make time with and the fun, but it's work. Yeah, it's a time and place for fun too.
Yeah, I feel that.
Just balancing it out.
Balance. Man, Manny, I've been there personally where, you just be chilling. It's like you start thinking about new ideas, new strategies. In those times where you could be chilling with a family friend, loved one, when you do get that urge, how do you fight that to not talk about business and just focus on the family and friends? How do you try to fight that off sometimes?
Just enjoying what the family got going on right now.
Yeah.
So if it's like a family barbecue, just enjoying the moment right now.
Yeah.
Having fun, listening to good music with the family, enjoying the kids.
Yeah. So that's it. Manny, we've had talks about After Effects. You showed me some things as well. What do you love, man, about learning new things and new skills when it comes to content creation? How do you
I enjoy making content. I do. Everything. Once I finish a content video or image or anything like that, I just sit and just rewatch it because I enjoy making it. Yeah. So it's definitely like it's a positive thing for me.
Yeah. Honestly speaking, bro, I think that you love creating content because you're somebody who enjoys the process. From seeing something from step one all the way up to like the last stage of it. Just from seeing Street League and seeing it change, and it's your baby. What do you love about Street League's evolution so far?
More people gravitating towards it now. More people think it's cool to support it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's it.
I definitely love seeing other people support it, and definitely the diverse crowd.
Yeah. That's it. Support is so many young business owners, say, well, I see you buying Balenciagas, but you're telling me you can't buy my $35 T-shirt. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, how does that feel sometimes where, you can see somebody in Cabo last week and then a week later, oh, Manny, I ain't got it. So how do you fight that sometimes?
I recently got over the fact that people are going to support you because they genuinely support you, not because they want it, because they think it's cool or they think they need it. Yeah. If somebody supports you, they genuinely support you. Yeah. So I don't try to count on people to support. If you support me, I genuinely like that. I genuinely appreciate that. Yeah. Nice. So I don't look for support, but support just continue to gravitate. You know, you be positive, put positive things out there. Yeah.
That's it.
So I definitely love the support. Shout out to all my 500 followers.
Hey, he's killing it. For now, bro, it's going to be 500K soon,
for
bro.
Real.
Speak that into existence, man, for real. Affirmations, manifestation as well. Like, there's real big of, you know, having a vision, like what you said, brand message, and then executing on that vision. So far, bro, what do you try to manifest some days when you out trying to create all that? What are you trying to manifest?
Manifest some of the things in my personal life, my personal goals, and the business goals as well, as far as getting Street League Apparel into Zoomies. I'm on a mission to do that. Like, that's my ultimate goal for the brand. Because I feel as a T-shirt like that will go good in Zoomies.
Y'all, it's available right now. Shout out to Manny, for real. And make sure to cop that, for real.
StreetLeagueApparel.com. But I have the story where I went into Zoomies one day and I genuinely just spoke about, and I asked the girl, I'm like, I don't have no Street League Apparel gear. And she was like,
shameless
what's
plug.
That? Right.
Let me tell you.
She was like, no. So I took a shirt off one of the hangers and put the shirt on the hanger.
Wow.
And showed her the shirt, and she genuinely liked the shirt.
My guy.
So that's where we get into a whole, who can I talk to such and such.
Y'all, if y'all weren't paying attention, Manny, he dropped a very valuable gem, and I don't even think that he knew it. You had a shirt readily available. I already told her, here it is, put it up on the rack, man. How important is it to always be prepared? Because your moment, your time, anything, it can be right around the corner. So how do you always stay ready?
I feel as an entrepreneur or growing entrepreneur, you have to sacrifice something. If it's just giving away something free, you have to sacrifice something. For instance, this recently happened to me yesterday at the car meet. I'm set up shop. I seen a kid walk by. And he was by himself. I gave him an opportunity. If you can bring 10 people to my table, I'll give you something for free. And it turned out well. He brought 10 people. Out of those 10 people, 3 people bought something. Everybody else followed the brand. So it's just the little things that matter. Yeah. So sacrifice is a big thing that I learned and picked up on from other entrepreneurs.
Y'all already getting the e-course right now, man. Sacrifice, bartering. Again, we can get caught up in instant things about, I need to charge him, but you had to have a long game plan, game, thinking about, all right, I can use him and then he can help me in return. I can help him as well. Bartering. How do we not get caught up in not looking at one transaction, but thinking about the next transaction? So how do you develop that mindset somewhat overall?
Like I told one of my friends, I'll take the money. I take the following over the money right now because it's bigger than me. I'm trying to get it out there. Yeah, it's the relationship. I'm trying to build a relationship with my customers. So the money will come. I just love what I'm doing right now. It's helping others. I love seeing other people in the gear. So just sacrificing. Just got to sacrifice a lot.
How do we embrace sacrifice? Because it's hard to when we see everybody, quote unquote, winning around us, and we have to sacrifice in that moment, knowing a month from now, 3 months from now, even if it's 3 years from now, I'll be in the perfect spot because I had to sacrifice. But how do we embrace sacrifice? Because it's not easy. It's not fun. It's not sexy. So how do we embrace sacrifice?
I feel as sometimes you got to be selfish. I know that might sound harsh to some of the people out there, but
hey, we were just talking about that before.
I know. But sometimes you have to put yourself first. It's good to put yourself first. Yeah, it's good because you might lose yourself in the long run. Putting others before you and your needs, and you lost yourself. You got lost in the sauce. So definitely putting yourself first. Yeah. Sometimes I'm not saying be selfish, but it's time to put yourself first. If you know it's time to put yourself first, put yourself first.
That's real.
But you don't change your ways of you not helping people. Just be more time. Be more time.
Yeah, bro, I love that. Being selfish, thinking about ourselves, because entrepreneurs have a team. You got to take care of your team, your staff. You got to take care of your family. And then it's like, dang, I got to take care of me. How do we start thinking about ourselves as well? Because if we aren't taking care of us, then everybody else suffers as well.
Yeah, I agree. So I try to take care of myself, just reading my self-development books, working out, accomplishing my goals, executing my goals, looking at my vision board, spending time with my friends, my family. Yeah. So those are the moments I cherish and I look forward to.
Yeah. Man, vision board, working out. Speaking on that, man, we had a chance to work out together. Shout out to Coach Reggie, man. Much love to you.
For real. Sure, man.
Man, working out. How do you feel when it's time in the gym? And man, I tell folks I love physical stuff because I feel like that correlates, with life, about having to control your mind, think positive, push through, and know I got to sacrifice for now because then I'm going to feel better about it later. I'm going to look better. What do you love the most, I would say, about being in the gym or punching the bag sometimes? What do you love the most about that experience?
It's a stress reliever. It's a major stress reliever. So whatever I got going on in my mind at the time where it's time to go to the gym, I try to just push forward and go to the gym and not dwell on whatever I got going on my mind.
Right.
So
pushing through. Who are you listening to? I know you love Blast, and if so,
man.
what's that Street League playlist looking like?
Shout out to them boys in Cali. I'm listening to the new Young Thug.
Okay.
Drake.
Yeah.
I'm diverse with music. I like Burna Boy.
Yeah.
Wizkid.
Yeah.
Shaq from the 3.
Yeah. Shout out to Shaq for the 3 as well.
A couple female artists I listen to.
Yeah.
Sequoia, she cool. It's, a lot of people I listen to. I'm diverse with music. So.
I love that. Man, Street League, what I love, man, the most about the brand as well, I feel like culture correlates with your brand. So whether it's the cars, it's the music, all that stuff. So how has culture impacted the brand? Besides the cars, when it comes to the music, when it comes to the colorways of the shirts, everything, how has culture being in Atlanta, how has all those factors affected what you've created?
It played a major role in where we are today. So just seeing other people be like living in the culture, having dope things and things like that, it sparks ideas. So I generate ideas from seeing the next great thing, the next artist, like a cool car. Besides that,
all those.
So it's just, I feel like those things are just ideas to generate you.
Man, I love that, bro. I think our age group, our generation is like changing the game when it comes to taking risks, creating new businesses, clothing lines, all these things. It's so creative. What do you think our generation overall, like what do you think our impact is on the world, or what it will be even 20 years from now when it comes to business ideas, creativity, everything?
I feel as our generation took the will to just not rely on the 9 to 5. I feel like a lot of people got woke, not relying on the 9 to 5 and just taking the steps and sacrificing and going out here and building your own. It's like Nip said, ownership. A lot of people doing ownership things now, from property, Bitcoin, and things like that. So I feel as our generation has sparked the next generation into just, hey to the 9 to 5 and just start your own, build your own, because it's possible.
I love that, man. So for somebody right now who's tapping in and they trying to start their own clothing line, and hearing this is probably what they needed in this moment, how should they rather take that leap of faith where they know that they have a dope concept, but they're just afraid to go all in on it? How should they take that leap of faith?
Faith should be your down payment towards your future.
Oh, faith should be your down payment for your future. Wow, that's a bar.
So what I mean by that, you have to have faith. If you believe in God, you have to have faith. You have to have faith that you will overcome whatever you're going through to get where you need to be. Just believing in yourself. That's the most important thing. You have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in yourself. So just believing in yourself. No matter like if you have help or not, you have to believe in yourself from the jump.
I love that. Having faith, it's not easy, living in the day-to-day, seeing things, but how do you stay strong in your faith when you might reach an obstacle that seems like you can't conquer it? How do you keep that personal faith strong? How do you keep that?
I recently just continue to devote my time to the man above lately, so I just try to read the word of the day a little more. And just, like you said, it goes back to the affirmations. Just installing positive thoughts in my mind. And I know it may sound easy, but it's not easy. So just doing the positive things, turning negatives into positives.
I love that, man. Again, affirmations, you talk about quotes, and if you can't think of one off the top of your head, it's perfectly fine. But right now, what's that favorite quote that you can think of that you can always go to in a time of feeling down or, needing a little bit more motivation sometimes?
I can't think of one on top of my head.
Not yet.
I I just gave one. Faith should be your down payment towards your future. Yeah. So I love that one. That's a big one on me. Yeah. I use it to this day.
Yeah.
So faith should be your down payment towards your future.
That's it, bro. That's it. And then too, man, at the last Creative Overload, again, I just thought that was so dope how you had letters and affirmations on where people could pay, but then at the same time, I'm seeing this like be legendary, be great. So, bro, what inspired that, Manny, to write something down, see this, gain something from this?
Just positive thoughts. I have a slogan that be great, do great, elevate. Mm-hmm. So what I mean by be great is go out here and be great and do great things. That'll lead to elevation.
That's it.
So I try to just embed it in my mind and seeing others see that on my little picture frame.
Yeah,
I try to just. It gives them motivation.
It does, bro.
So I try to just install and be an inspiration to people.
Yeah, man. Inspiration. Bro, you do it. And then too, man, value as well. Like you provide a lot of value because it's like I get more than a t-shirt. I get a cultural experience. I get motivation. I get inspiration. I'm seeing somebody who looks like me who's doing it, somebody who's young who's doing it. How important is it, man, for young entrepreneurs to provide their clientele with more than just a product, but to provide value as well?
It's very important because once you provide value to your customers and your followers, it brings on more people. More people gravitate towards your brand.
Yeah.
More people gravitate towards you. They know who you are as a person and what your brand stands for.
That's it. Hey, he talking, y'all. Elevation too. Elevate, you speak about that. That can be a big challenge because sometimes, when you elevate, you are in a different environment. You could lose friends sometimes because you start to think different. You start to care more about other things, or, you can be lonely sometimes because it's few people who have that same mindset, the same drive as you. What has been the most challenging thing about elevating and being in new spaces?
Just surrounding myself with people who have a common goal, like who trying to elevate, who trying to take that next step in life, and want to be something, be great and do something great.
That's it. Be great. What does being great look like for Manny right now and for Street League Apparel?
Being great is just inspiring the next person.
That's it.
Inspiring yourself and the next person to do something that you never thought about doing.
Yeah.
So being brave enough to live your dreams.
Yeah, that's
accordingly to your vision.
I love it, bro. Being selfless, man, that's something that you are times 10. What embedded that in you, man, to not only think about Manny, but think about legacy, giving back to the community?
I get it from my grandmother who passed away. Rest in peace. She definitely installed that in me. Yeah. So giving was a lot because she gave a lot to a lot of people when she didn't have to. So
wow.
I definitely picked up that from her.
Man, that's beautiful, bro.
Both of my grandmothers.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah, Manny, if you had a chance to talk, to your grandma who inspired you, what would you say to her right now?
She would be proud of how I came, how I wasn't a product of my environment, knowing the type of environment she lived in and things like that. So she'll definitely be proud to see how far I came.
I love that, man. Manny, bro, you finally pulled up. You finally had a chance to chop it
up,
man. Man, thank you, bro. You killed it. Before we leave, man, where do you see Manny as a man, and where do you see Street League Apparel within the next 5 to 10 years?
I see myself becoming a more
everybody got it.
I got cold
You
feet.
You
but
good.
Nah, just being a better entrepreneur, a man first. But just being a better entrepreneur, putting my faith in God a little more, and inspiring the next generation to do something great. And as far as the brand, we got big goals for the brand as far as getting into stores and going global.
Yeah, that's it, man. Where can everybody follow you, keep up with you, buy from you, pop-ups, all that good stuff?
You can follow my personal page at _Manny Dunn. And my business page, Street League Apparel, www.com, Street League Apparel, the cop merch, and things like that. We have a lot in the works right now. We're dropping track suits.
Let's go. You already know I got to cop some. Yeah,
you already know.
I got you.
Our fall.
Yeah.
Fall drop is approaching soon.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'll be ready.
Halloween, so be ready for Halloween.
Let's go. Everybody going to be itching for it, so you already know. Most definitely, man. Manny, again, thank you, because y'all don't understand. Manny's been patient. He's been waiting about 6 months. So we finally got Manny in season 2, episode 1. Manny is in here, man. Shout out to Trent. amazing cameraman, dope videographer. Again, for our next space for 3 Milli Productions, he'll be filming as well. So hit Trent up for his services. Shout out to Devin for, allowing us to shoot. Amazing. Thank you, Devin. And shout out to Sid as well. Whole team, man. Manny too. So thank y'all so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram as well at 3 Milli Productions, at 3 Milli Pod. Show us some love. Thank you, Manny. Shameless plug. We got y'all. Blessed to be your host, Caleb Smith. We back, season 2, just the beginning. Let's get it. Peace.